Hello, everyone. Okay, now I'm going to show a demonstration tutorial guide on how to upload to lulu.com. Okay, and lulu.com currently is having a site maintenance, so um it shouldn't be a problem. I was just publishing yesterday, so it shouldn't be a problem right now. So we'll go to create project. And I like to do the hardest thing first. So you go to print book, and what we're going to be doing is a hardcover. Okay. And you can print your book if you want to privately. I'm going to go to publish my book because that's part of my business and part of what I do. And global distribution you can choose, and it'll go out to 40 plus global retailers using Lulu's distribution service. But you have to pay just a little bit for that, like not a lot. It just means you have to get a copy of the book. Okay, so I don't do that as much as I did in the beginning, but I do use the Lulu Direct store, which is an e-commerce store. And I'm really glad they're going to be upgrading it. I'm sure there'll be a lot of really good things coming with that, because they've just basically started doing that. And the upgrades will be good for sure. So project title, on the first page, you just include the entire project title, okay, including the subtitle. And make sure that if you formatted it differently on your page, that there are no gaps between there. Okay. And I've been with lulu.com since 2006. They're actually the first self-publishing platform that I worked with. And I believe I've been with Amazon KDP since the beginning. But as you can see here, there are a number of languages that you can publish in, just like with other self-publishing platforms. This is a what would I call this book? A catalog of geez, what would this be under? I guess I'll call it entertainment because they don't have shopping. Okay, so add copyright info. So you want to make sure, of course, you can add subtitle if you want here. So that's what I'm going to do now on the second page, which is the copyright page. This is the start page. That's the copyright page. So I'll add the subtitle there. Make sure you get rid of the colon because it's not going to be necessary when the book is published. And addition optional. Okay, so addition statement optional, but I'll show you what some of them are. There's a number of different ones. Okay, and you can also add in an optional addition statement, such as Canadian version or American version or that type of thing. So I'm going to put in my name here for by the author. But as you can see, you can also add contributors like you can with other ones. And I'm going to put in here my full legal name for the copyright. And you add the copyright year, which is optional. ISBN required? No, because it already has an ISBN. So now you want to design your book. And with lulu.com, the issues that some people come across are getting it passed at the PDF level in particular. And you really do need Adobe Acrobat in order for it to pass on lulu.com for either the hardcover and paperback copies. So I'm just going to, oh, that's the only place where my downloads are. That's weird. Oh, I guess I put it here. Yeah. Okay. So I want to now upload the paperback ISBN, which was at 9:16 p.m. on September 16th Eastern Time. So that's that ISBN. And it does say that some fonts are not embedded, but at least it gave me the green check mark. I didn't embed the fonts, but I'm going to be doing a tutorial guide on embedding the fonts. So as long as you see that green check mark, you're good to go. And gives me the page count, US trade 6x9. It automatically does that. And I'm going to choose black and white standard and paperback, just 60% cream. Okay, so and hardcover. Okay, and you'll get to see the different pricing costs. It is less expensive with matte on every platform where you're doing actual physical books. As you can see, the printing costs are more expensive, and for Lulu Direct, the printing costs are far more expensive than with Amazon as an example. And I'm going to use Canva Cover Creator because I find it's a really, really good way to design your cover and to make it look the way you want it to. So it does help to have a free Canva account. You just upload your cover. This is one I did yesterday, Donna Magazine Movies, with some scripts in there. And go to my store products because this is a book about my store products. And oh, no, it's not there. It's in my downloads. Okay. So I think I'm going to use this one. Okay. And just drag and drop it in the center. Okay. In the center. Make sure it's centered. Okay. And then what you want to do from any side you want to start, just be really careful about those lines. Just fill it in. Just fill it in. Be really careful about those lines. And take one side at a time, okay? And really careful about those lines, okay? All right, so that's the way it should it should look, sorry. And you want to bring this over here, okay? All right, so that's the way it should look, okay? Then you just click on use cover, okay? It'll give you a wonderful quote. Creativity is a combination of discipline and a childlike spirit. Okay. And then you just wait for your file to normalize. Okay, then it'll give you a preview. And when you see the preview, you may be freaking out at first. And especially if you're new to this. If you're not, then, you know, he doesn't come out looking too bad, right? But I want to show you some things. So what it does, the margins are on, the wrap is on, the folds are on, and the trim is on, okay? But if you take off those things, okay, then you'll see what it looks like. Okay, that's what the way the book would look like if printed. So what do I realize from this? I should have gone further into the margins. Okay, so revise on Canva. Okay, and it's right there. If I want to bring it in a bit more, bring it in from here. Okay, bring it in from here. Okay, but I don't want to cut off words, right? And I haven't done the bottom yet. So bring it in from here. Okay, and I don't want to cut off words, so bring that out. Okay, just a little bit. Okay, actually, I think it'd be better from here. Okay, and bring that up. And then bring this out a bit so you can breathe. And then bring this up a bit. Is it cutting off anything? Okay, so I think this is in a better position, but it does look like it can be centered a bit better. Okay, so then go use this cover. And again, a new quote. Okay. Okay, file is normalizing. Okay, and again, all those wraps are on and margins and folds and trim. Okay, So if I turn off the margins, if I turn off the folds and all that, again, an issue. Okay, so I'm going to use a different cover. Okay, so you can start again, uploads, upload an image. And I'm going to try using this. Okay. Oh, hold on. I should delete the first one or that will create a problem. Okay. All right. Okay, this. Okay. And this actually, because it would be about halfway, it's not going to be the perfect looking cover, but let's see if that will work. It doesn't really matter if it wraps around. That's probably a bit too much. So let me try giving it a lot of breathing space. Okay. And this is actually a cover that I did on see, it shows you where the spine is there. Okay, so if I move it just over a little bit, then it's okay. But basically the cover is going to over a bit. Look at where the purple line, you may not see that, but the cover will have a lot of white space and it's not going to look necessarily absolutely wonderful. But what you can also do is use some of the templates so you can give it a background. And so what I'm going to actually do is delete that and you can give it a background. So you want to use something that would fit. Okay, or actually, this is probably a good one to use as a template. Okay. All right, it fits right in there. And then go back to my uploads. Okay. And then bring that over there. And what I can do then is see if I can shrink. And no, that doesn't work. Okay, so we're going to work on this again. Okay, this isn't a template I need. Okay, go back to the templates and see if this will help because it's not really something split in two. So that really does make more sense. Go back to the uploads and see maybe if I can work with the first cover and see if I can, no. Okay, so let's see if that works. Let's see. I'll see if that works. Okay, normalizing again. You can upload a cover. I could try doing that, but then you may end up with the same printing issues. Okay, so let's see what this one looks like with using the template. Okay, so if I take the margins off, take the wrap off, take the folds off, and take the trim off, it is a bit cut off, but minorly cut off. So I can kind of see what the issue is there. Let's revise that again. Okay, I can see what the issue is there. Okay, so that has to be shrunken just a little bit. I think I shrunk it a bit too much. And the bottom is not a problem. Okay, and the top is not a problem. But that may work. It was from the sides. I think I had to deal with that one. Thank you for bearing with me. And now it's saying the preview is currently unavailable, but let's see. Okay, no, it's available now. Good. Okay. All right, so let's see. The margin is off. The wrap is off. Oh, it's that wrap. Hmm. The folds are off. The trim is off. Okay, it has to come in a bit more. So again, revise on Canva. Okay. So without cutting it off, I'm going to see if I shrink from the top. Okay. And bring it up just a bit from the bottom. Use this cover. Okay. All right. The preview will appear after it's normalized. Okay. And wrap is like if you read a lot of books and you're new to this, the wrapping that goes over the cover of the book. So we're going to get rid of those margins, get rid of the wrap. Okay, it's looking better. Okay, but the bottom is an issue. Okay, folds and trim. Excuse me. Yeah, the bottom is an issue. Excuse me. I'm drinking coffee. Okay, so now that was cut off. So what I'm going to try is bringing, no, it was cut off. So it has to go up. It has to go up. Okay, use this cover. Okay, so now let's see this one. Okay, preview will appear after it's normalized. Okay. Okay, so take off the margin, the wrap, the folds, and the trim, and let's see. Okay, it is a little cut off still. Okay, so there are ways around that. Okay, if something is really causing you an issue, because go back to start and just get rid of that subtitle unless you were like really very enthusiastic about it, and just get rid of that subtitle. But that's actually, no, actually Control Z or Z, and then go back here. Because I see I'm the one that created it like that. So go back to that. What to do about that? Because that's the way the cover is. Can we try using a different cover? Okay. Book design, go back to design. Okay, that's all fine. That's all fine. That's all fine. Okay, so let's go back to Canva. Again, I'm going to try using a different cover. Okay, upload. Okay, upload image. Let's try this one. And I know pretty much the dimensions it has to be, and then just delete this. Okay. All right, it already has a template ready. Right in there. Use this cover. Okay, normalizing it. Okay. So doing the preview. Okay, let's see about this. Margin off, wrap off, folds off, and trim off. Okay, looking good. Looking good. Okay, this one worked. Okay, this one worked. Okay. So you can print files, okay, if you choose to. It also comes with a template as well. You can get a copy of files if you choose to. Um, I don't tend to worry. You can it lets you know about bleed, spine, and color, and you really do need to turn these things off to see what it'll look like, to make sure that the cover will work. Okay, in particular the cover. Okay, now I'm going to add book details. Okay, let's fix that. Okay, contributor notes. I think in the book I have something about that. I can just copy and paste. Okay. 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 Just gotta resave that because I just had to fix something. Okay. Okay, contributor notes. Okay. Grammarly is always helpful. It doesn't have a table of contents. So it's an entertainment, and we want to go try okay, let's see if guides work. Guides. Let's see something about guides. Reference college guides. Study aids. What else is there? Study guides. It's not a study guide. Okay, personal and practical guides, consumer guide. Okay. So that would be under reference. Reference. Okay, and these are just the categories you can put it into. Under reference, I think. No, okay, let me try putting guides. Okay, because that's how it came up. And these are basically things that are used. It's a consumer guide. Okay. And then we'll put nonfiction. These are things that no, to make it easier, that libraries use in cataloging. Use adult nonfiction to make it faster if possible. It goes all in alphabetical order. I'm not too sure why it. Knows no. You just put nonfiction and see what I can find. Nonfiction, juvenile. Surprised it didn't start with adult nonfiction. Okay, I used to work in a library a long time ago when I was in school. Okay, a lot of juvenile nonfiction. I've used this for helping children publish book. Young adult, no, not young adult. Okay, let me try putting adult and see what comes up. So I'm not scrolling forever in a day. It's not fiction. It's not continuing education. It's not self-help. Young adult. Well, that's just recommended. Okay. So then again, you can just copy and paste your title. And I tried. I don't know why it wasn't coming up. Okay. All right. So again, fix the spaces. These are the keywords. Okay. Okay. And then okay. Okay. And then just the title, some space. It automatically fixes the spaces. That's good. and then my name. That tends to come up, and my magazine, my store, um, shopping guides, shopping, online shopping, and we'll leave it at that because they only actually allow so many. Mine's a general trade, adult fiction and nonfiction. It doesn't contain anything explicit, and I tend to like to use fixed list price, and it will tell you in in America in USD currency, euro, Australian, British pound, sterling, and Canadian dollars, where, excuse me, sorry, where like what the lowest price should be based on, it is, with your printing costs, like making profit and all that. So I'm actually going to price this at 25.98. Okay. And because the printing cost is so high. And let me look at the euro one. Yeah, pretty much the same price. Usually pretty much the same price. GDP, you can go a lot lower because their dollar is so, pound sterling is so strong. So I'm gonna go 21.98, and for this one 25.98. And this is of course more expensive and it lets you know how much profit you'll make. So which is maybe a little bit high, but and then you want to add your pays, okay, and go to final review. And there's something definitely I got to show you at this point, so hang on. Okay, so you confirm and publish, and you can review it and confirm and publish. Okay, and then there's really something else that you got to make sure that you make sure of, because like Lulu sometimes will automatically publish it privately, and that's all well and good. That's good. Some people only want it published privately, but then you have to make sure you really watch that and then set it to publish publicly if that's what you want. So just wait for it to do its thing. See, it published privately, Lulu Direct, but then you want to make it general access, publish to the Lulu bookstore. Okay, and it will right away publish. And by the way, for those of you that watched my Amazon KDP one, I was doing that at about 9:30 roughly. It's now 2 hours later, and the Kindle ebook is already published, which is great. And part of the reason that works for me is because I've been with Amazon for so long, but even for new people, 24 hours usually. Okay, so now lets me know your project has been published in Lulu Bookstore. So now what we're going to do, that was just a hardcover book. Okay, go to my projects. Okay, you see that it's there. And then create a project. We're going to do the paperback now, which is very similar process. It won't take as long as well. And Lulu Direct, no global distribution. And I think I had copied and pasted the title. Yes. Okay. Okay. Now, unlike Amazon, it doesn't automatically generate, so it's a bit more kind of labor intensive. But the good thing is that once you've gotten through the first part, like you got to do everything kind of again, it doesn't automatically generate. Okay, and then copyright information. Okay, and doesn't need an ISBN. Okay. Okay, I just gotta upload the book again, make sure I'm using the paperback ISBN, which was the latest version. Okay, got that green check. And then I want to make sure I go standard because that brings down the print costs, cream. And then this time I'm choosing paperback and going with a glossy cover, and you'll see the print costs will go down. Okay, so this can be less expensive. And cover creator, design on Canva. And I would already have what I did before saved in my templates. So, but let's say I go here, okay, put that there, okay, bring that to about where I recall it being before, okay, about where I recall it being. Okay, as long as it's approximate, it should work. Then go to uploads. Okay, use this one that it worked. Use cover. And I'm going faster with this one because it took more time with the hardcover. Okay, now after it normalizes, as you know now, it will, the preview will appear. And with lulu.com, you receive 80% of the royalties on paperbacks and hardcovers, and I'll get to ebooks in just a moment. And again, you want to take the margins, the bleed, the folds, and the trim off, and everything's fine with this one. And then add book details. It automatically saves, by the way. Okay. Okay. It can be different. It doesn't, you can change it up. Okay, contributor notes. Okay, go to the bottom, scroll down in my book. Okay, you don't need to add contributor notes. It is optional. Okay. It was something else I had to fix. Just get rid of the red. I don't like to see red in documents. Okay. Okay. Okay, don't worry about the table of contents. See, I don't like to see red in documents because usually it means there's an error. Okay, all right, so now let's go to reference, see what we can come up with here. Let's see what it comes up with. Reference, what was that other one from before? Let's reference something, reference. It was a good one. I think I put in guides to find that one. Guides. Okay. Okay, guides, consumer guides, yes. And guides again. And personal and practical guides. And I'll leave that one blank. Okay, now I'll go to this again. This is the paperback. Just hang in there for the ebook, because I have good news about the ebook for all of you that are new to Lulu. Okay. Okay, and then the title, then my name. I'm just adding another one I just thought of. Okay. I don't know if I did that for the other one, but that's fine. Okay, all right, select audience and general trade. And again, I like to use fixed list price, and as you can see, a lot lower there, if you can see that. So, and the print cost is also a lot lower. So then, I can go at $9.98 across the board and bring it down for the Brits there. And yes, like, the royalties are going to be a little less, but, it doesn't cost a lot to print, so I'm still making money. Okay. And, okay, do pays there. And, oh, then you got to click on add pay. Yes. And then final review. Okay. Confirm and publish. As you can see, it's well, not necessarily a lot easier to publish a paperback. It really it was that cover that can create delays. But I mean, just make sure you make time for it. Don't self-publish in a rush. Unless you're really I've had times when I know I can get it done quickly, so it gets done quickly. Okay. All right. Then again, about that point about the general access, you just want to make sure it's general access if that's what you want. And now we'll get to the ebook. And as you can see, the ebook there are ways of even speeding up things. Like if you have a lengthy description, you could even put that into a Word document or a Pages document or an Open Office document or notes. And then make sure, so as you can see now, it's in the general stores, general access in the Lulu bookstore, and it's published already in the Lulu bookstore. And so you want to go to my projects again. Okay, so now you see it's a book, it's hardcover, paperback, and we're going to now create a project, and this will be for the ebook. Then you want to choose the ebook. But as you can see with Lulu, you can do magazines, you can do yearbooks, you can do calendars. I've done calendars before, personal calendars for family. A print book, you already know. Photo books, you can do. Comic books, you can do. It's really cool. Lulu is really cool. And so again, Lulu Bookstore. Global distribution is just a $4.99 fee. It's not expensive, and that's Canadian. Okay, so let's see if this comes up. Yep, it came up. And look for English here amongst a wide variety of languages that you can publish in. And book category, I'm just sticking with entertainment to add copyright. And no, I don't have to. Oh, this I had to fix, and I don't think I did that with the I don't think I did that with the paperback, but it's not really a big deal. Okay, because it'll still print just fine. Okay. All right, then copyright holder. Okay. Okay. Proceed without ISBN, design your ebook. And for this, you see it takes docs, RTF, ODT, ebook, or EPUB files, okay, to convert your ebook, EPUB file. So it converts to an EPUB file. Okay, so then what I want to do is use the latest doc file, because that's what I tend to use. So that was at 11:39 p.m. Eastern time on the 16th of September. Good, I think, to make note of the date and time, because a lot of these sites are always updating and improving and all that good stuff. So for a cover, right, you can just choose like something, a basic kind of placard almost, basically, that would show up in the Kobo store. Excuse me, I did one on Kobo in the Lulu store, excuse me. Well, if you're a self-publisher, I mean, hey, you want to get distribution as wide as you can. Okay. All right. So I'll just get those contributor notes here. So now with this video, I've shown you all the different ways you can publish on some major platforms. Okay. Okay. And table of contents, it doesn't have, as I mentioned, guides. And as you see, the more you do this, the faster you get at it. And the interesting thing is that with self-publishing, I find is with a lot of many people know about any work that they do, is that there's always something new to learn, right? So it's always, a new book, a new learning curve, right? So that's pretty much one of the coolest things about it. Okay. Okay. Um, okay, it's a general trade book. Okay, at pricing, again, I use fixed list pricing, $9.99. So I'm going to be doing this $3.99 across the board. See how you can just copy and paste that and then just plunk it in. Okay, set payees. Okay, to let you know what your profit will be. Once it sells, add payees, final review. And again, this will publish privately. Okay. So make sure you put it in general access if that's what you want. Okay, so I'm putting it in general access. And that's good. It's good to publish this privately because if you didn't mean to publish that thing to out, then at least it gives you time to think, right? Okay, so now it's published. Okay, so that's the end of that. Okay, so I hope you did find that helpful. And again, really, really enjoy your publishing process, your self-publishing process. And I've been self-publishing since 2006 easily and writing since the age of 7. And I will not tell the world my age right now, but I'm definitely middle age. Okay, I'm praying I am. Because that means my kickoff time is real good. And so really, you really, really want to distribute as widely as you can. There's also Ingram, there's Lightning Source, there's Barnes and Noble you could do directly. There's a number of really, really good ones out there as well that in time I'll show tutorials on that as well. Now, the good thing with lulu.com is it automatically goes out to Lightning Source, it automatically goes out to Ingram, it automatically goes out to Barnes and Noble, so does Amazon. Kobo goes out to Chapters and Indigo, which is very famous bookseller and music seller and toy seller in Canada. So some of that direct publishing work you can save time with. Both Amazon and Lulu go out to Book Soup in California, which is another very popular bookstore out there on Sunset Boulevard. And just have fun with it and distribute widely because the more places, even Lulu will get to Walmart. Your books will be in Walmart. And the as far out as you can distribute your books, then that's when you can really expect sales. So it's not going to happen in on a dime. It's going to happen in the world. Okay. All right. So good luck and have fun.